Chapter first. Asia is the largest continent in the world and comprises about 30% of the Earth's total area. India is located in the southern part of Asia. As kids, we have already discussed this in the previous class that there are 7 continents in the world, and out of these 7 continents, Asia is the largest continent, and our country India is located in the southern part of Asia, in the lower part, right? And this continent Asia, it comprises 30% of the total earth area, of the earth, right? Out of the total area of the earth, Asia comprises about 30% part, right? Now let's move ahead. Many countries have common boundaries with India. These are Pakistan, Afghanistan, Nepal, Bhutan, China, Myanmar and Bangladesh. Now we are going to discuss about the neighboring countries of India. There are 7 neighboring countries of India which shares its boundary line with India. These are, look here in the map. First is Pakistan. This is Pakistan. Next is Afghanistan. Afterwards, this is China. Here it is Nepal. This is Bhutan. This is Bangladesh and this is Myanmar. So these are the 7 neighboring countries of India. Along with that, Sri Lanka. This is one of the island also, which is surrounded by water from all the sides, and a country also, right? So Sri Lanka is separated from India by a narrow strait called Pal Strait in the south. All these countries are our neighbors. To its north, India comprises land boundary, and to its south, an ocean boundary. Now, India is a peninsular land. I told you it is surrounded by water from 3 sides. So, near India, there is a country, Sri Lanka, right? And it is separated from India by a narrow strait called Palk Strait, right? And it is located towards the south of India. Next comes the physical divisions of India. The surface of the earth is not uniform at all places. In India, it also varies from place to place. We have very high mountains, vast plains, huge desert and a great plateau region. Many rivers originate from mountains and flow towards plain. At many places, these rivers make waterfalls. The climate of our country also varies from place to place. The people of India belong to many religions, tribes and races. They speak different languages, wear different kinds of dresses and eat different kinds of food. We are all united as one. We are proud to call ourselves Indian. Our country is marked by the diversity of physical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, coast and island. As I told you kids that India is the land of diversity, unity in diversity. Here the people belong to different religion, tribes and races. Moreover, they used to speak different languages. Our languages vary from place to place, right? Our clothing varies from place to place. We eat different kind of food, but still we all are united. We are one. So this shows that we are united and we are proud to be called as Indians. In the same manner, our country is also marked by the diversity of physical features. Now, what are physical features? physical features are the different types of landforms, right? As you know that our Earth's surface is not same at all the places. It is not uniform. At some places there are high mountains, at some places there are deserts, at some places there is sea. So there are different kinds of landforms present in India. So on the basis of these different landforms, that is mountain, plateau, plains, coast and island, we have divided India, or we have classified India into different categories on the basis of these landforms, right? So there are 6 landforms, as I have already told you. First is the Northern Himalayas, the Northern Plains, the Great Indian Desert, the Southern Plateau, the Coastal Plains and the Islands. These are the 6 landforms of India, on which our country India is being divided, right? And we have a separate chapter based on these 6 landforms. In the next 6 chapters we are going to learn about these landforms in detail, right? Now look here in this map. These are the Northern Himalayas, this grey area, right? These are Northern Himalayas. Next comes the Northern Plains. This green portion is Northern Plain. Next comes the Great Indian Desert. This yellow area is desert area. Now this orange area you can see here, this is Southern Plateau. This is the plateau region. Next comes the coastline. Now these are the coastal plains, the area that is located at the mainland, end of the mainland of India, right, and surrounded by sea. This is the coastal plains. And next comes the island. There are basically 2 islands of India. First is Lakshadweep Island, located in the Arabian Sea, and the Andaman and Nicobar Island, located in the Bay of Bengal. So these are the 6 physical divisions of India. Now the temperature here also varies, right? But we are going to learn about many other facts of these physical divisions in the upcoming chapters. We are going to learn about their tradition and culture, states that cover under these physical divisions, which all states come, then the people, we learn about the people living there, their food, clothing and many other things, right? But do you know, kids, how these rivers are originated? From where do we get the water in the river? Let me tell you. As we have already read that many rivers originate from mountains and flow towards the plain. There are high mountains in the northern part. From these mountains the river originates. Whatever water is present there, that comes down to the plain areas in the form of waterfalls. There are many waterfalls located in the northern mountains. When the water present there comes down and enters into a plain, it takes the form of river. This is how the river gets water supply. There are, children, 2 types of rivers: seasonal rivers and perennial rivers. Seasonal rivers are the rivers which get water only during the rainy season, that is the rainwater, right? And perennial rivers are the river which gets water supply throughout the year from these mountains and glaciers. What are glaciers? Glaciers are the slow moving rivers of ice. Due to the low temperature in the mountains, the water present on the high mountains gets freeze and taken a form of a glacier. During the day when the sun shines, these glaciers starts melting. The rain in the mountain, all this water comes down in the form of waterfalls, right? Waterfall is a place where the water falls down from a height, right? So these waterfall comes down and enter into the plain area and takes the shape of river. So I think we have finished all the topics. We have learned about the physical divisions, the river originates, and the neighboring countries. So this is the end of the chapter. Thank you.